welcome to Staying In For A Pint with Kieran
and Ethan.
So basically what this is us waffling about new topics
and going on in the world.
Yeah, and then
Drinks.
We will test out 1 or 2 beers or a different drink every week. So this week we've got Old Speckled Hen, which is 5%, and we've got Green King IPA, which is 3.6%, so we'll get onto that later on in the programme. Here we go.
Yeah, so funny stories.
Funny stories. I can't think of
yourself,
one.
Or
you go for one for this week, and I'll think of one for next week.
I've thought one recently. I say I've thought of one, I've asked people, because I don't want to remember my memory of it. Before university, just after college, on holiday, first holiday with my mates and no adults around, we went to Wales, a place called Bluestone.
Right.
Yeah. It's Centre Parks, just in Wales. It's got everything Centre Parks. It's got a massive log cabin, and there was about 6 of us, and I was sharing a room with somebody who's very doesn't sleep during the night. And he went to sleep really early, and then I was a bit drunk, and I was having mixed drinks at the time. I was an idiot. I mixed a drink, and I was sat on the sofa with this other guy talking about life, because life was quite miserable at the time, and went to bed, and in my room there was my bed, a bit of space, and then his bed, and I woke up thinking what's that smell? Bit of sick between the beds, and I blanked out, and then I woke up again and I was in the toilet.
That's not a nice story, and that's why you don't mix your drinks.
No.
So yeah, we're just gonna really, with this podcast, it's just us. It's something for us to do. We're still stuck in lockdown. University work hasn't got too intense just yet. It's still a lot.
Well, you say that we're in 3rd year, so we can't.
True.
We're saying that, and then tomorrow it'll be.
Yeah.
Everything.
So we're going to talk about news and popular topics. There'll definitely be a football section.
Yeah. Most definitely. After what happened in the weekend.
Exactly. We'll get onto that in a bit. And then, as I mentioned before, there'll be the rating of the beverages.
Yes.
So just so you all know, to begin with, we're just having Corona. Just ironic for the time we're in at the moment, but we are drinking Corona for now, which we won't review because it's not good enough for that. So yeah, we're going to get on to news stories. Right, hot topic and news. So we can't go anywhere nowadays without talking about COVID-19. Coronavirus. Doesn't seem like it's easing up anywhere. No. Just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. Scotland today has announced that they're closing all of their pubs in the central area, and the rest of it will be shut from 6, and only outdoor service is available.
Sorry to all the Scots.
Exactly, sorry anybody living in Scotland. To be honest, it's not much better here at the moment.
No.
We're still stuck, not being able to do much. The spread of the disease is still incredibly big. Have you got anything you want to add about coronavirus?
Not really. I mean, it's just a word I want to say, but I can't really, isn't it? It's
a bit
in
rubbish.
In the circumstances we've had, at the start, a lot of people were thinking it's not going to go.
Yeah, it's just flu.
And now, it isn't just the flu, and it's
10 times worse.
Well-known people we've known has had it.
Yeah.
Trump recently, we'll get onto that later on. But yeah, and some countries are, Australia, or is it New Zealand? New Zealand.
New Zealand seems to be alright at the moment.
They're doing
Australia isn't
it. No. But yeah, I think we've just got to plod along, haven't we?
We have. Speaking of Trump.
Yeah. He's had coronavirus recently and he's been in the news a lot.
Apparently he's had some special drugs which haven't been... I think they might have been trialled on him.
He was the trial.
I think he was the trial. Took his mask off when he returned to the White House.
How long was he in the medical centre for?
2 days, I think.
2 days.
Or a day.
I think it was a day.
Yeah. So he got out quite quickly. But he's had to postpone his what's it, McCordy, for becoming
debate.
president.
Yeah. He's said that he's going to continue going to different states, but he won't talk about coronavirus. I'm going to talk about everything else, like economy and the military and stuff like that. But he has gone to the front of somewhere on the White House outside and saluted, and then took his mask off and said no one has anything to be worried about.
No.
Which
is arguable.
Yeah, you know. But
let's leave coronavirus for now, I think. Sports,
yeah, go on.
It's been a bit of a crazy weekend in Premier League sport action.
Ooh, yeah.
Indeed. So to start off the weekend, Man City and Leeds United drew 1-1. You know, I think people probably were expecting City to do a little bit better with the quality of their squad, but Leeds are in a good run of form at the moment. They are making teams work hard. They are making teams struggle. For example, they tested Liverpool massively.
Definitely.
On the opening day, 4-3 or
it was 4-3
on the opening day of the season. I think Bielsa's got them playing pretty nice football. It's very similar to Pep's, so it was a good game to watch. It was very end to end.
I haven't seen many matches with Leeds before.
No.
And I heard they were a good team, but when you associate a good team, you think, oh, I know that player. I know what he looks like. I'd not known any of the players what they look like. And then they turn up, challenge Liverpool, challenge Manchester City, and they're doing bits in the Premier League.
They are.
After 16 years.
16 years without being in it. There was a lot of big upsets this weekend, so next big upset was Tottenham Hotspur away to Manchester United at Old Trafford, being beat 6-1 again.
Yeah.
I say again, last time they beat 6-1 at Old Trafford was in 2011 by Manchester City.
You were worried about that, weren't you?
I was a bit worried that they were going to break that record, Tottenham were. United are struggling. Transfer-wise, we'll get on to transfers in a moment, but they haven't done what they need to do. They haven't got the business done. Their defence doesn't look solid enough.
I feel like Ollie at the start had a game plan, but now things haven't gone his way, and the transfers haven't gone his way, but and everything else with players and the staff is way out of his depth now.
I agree. But I just think that their team isn't balanced enough at the moment. I can't see them challenging for the Premier League title this year, even with some of the transfers which we will get onto in a second. And then to follow that up, Aston Villa destroyed Premier League champions Liverpool.
My club in the Premier League.
Your club in the Premier League. And they destroyed them 7-2.
7-2.
It was
Love
an
to
incredible game to watch. Jack Wilshere with a hat-trick of assists and a brace. And
Jack Wilshere.
Not Jack Wilshere.
Grealish.
Jack Grealish.
It wasn't his hat-trick though.
No, he got a hat-trick of assists.
Oh, hat-trick of assists, yeah. And then Ollie Watkins, his first ever
goal.
I think it was his first ever Premier League debut. No, it wasn't. It was his first ever match that he scored in, and he scored 3 goals. I think it was in the first half.
40-minute hat-trick.
40-minute hat-trick, and it was he's never played a Premier League game before, and he was against the club that won it last year.
It was an incredible game to watch for a neutral and for anybody that doesn't like Liverpool, I think, which I feel like is the majority of the Premier League. But yeah, it was an incredible weekend. There's teams such as Everton, which are still on a good run of form. We'll get into their transfer business shortly.
I do think they'll get into top 5.
Yeah. Leicester had a little bit of a slip up this weekend.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like it's been a pretty eventful weekend. Right, transfers. Let's talk about transfers. We'll start off with Everton.
Yes.
My opinion, have had the best transfer window possible.
I'll second that.
Bringing in James Rodriguez for an undisclosed fee. Apparently, there's rumours that it was nothing. Was probably the best bit of business anybody in the Premier League.
Yeah, I'm surprised they sold him from Madrid, to be honest. But he didn't play well that much, did he?
Time, was he now?
They've got Allen.
He's played well as well. They've managed to balance out that midfield, which is what a lot of Premier League teams I feel at the moment are missing, is that balance.
They've now got another goalkeeper on deadline day as well.
Yes, they brought in...
And that's going to challenge Pickford.
Yes, they brought in a goalkeeper from Roma on loan. I can't remember his name, but they brought him in to challenge Pickford because he became a bit idle. His
small arms.
Well, he has got small arms, yeah, but his match ratings weren't as high as he wanted them to be.
Considering he's the goalkeeper for England, or is potentially the number one, he should be stepping up in the club games as well as international games, and that just isn't cutting the mustard.
Well, we've got the Euros this summer. Yeah, he should really be wanting to push himself to reach that next level so that he is in that Euro squad.
Henderson and Popa's right.
Henderson and Popo right on his tail.
Yeah.
Other clubs, Arsenal didn't really do much business.
The only signing they did get was Thomas Partey
and Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Great signing.
Another player I've never heard of.
No. I just think they brought him in. He's managed to shore up the defence a bit.
Yeah.
They look a much more composed team. Their defence is much stronger. And now that they've managed to bring in Partey, obviously we haven't seen him play yet.
No.
But Atletico, by the sounds of it, weren't happy with the sale. And I think that will balance out their midfield.
They have
no ends.
Put a load of players out on loan though, haven't they? Guendouzi, is it?
Guendouzi's gone to Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
Can't remember anyone else.
I know that they've released other players on loan, but I can't remember anyone else apart from Guendouzi.
The big news on transfer deadline day from Arsenal.
Oh, Gunnosaurus Rex.
Gunnosaurus got made redundant. However, it has now been confirmed that Mesut Ozil is paying his wages. He's been there since the 80s?
Yeah, 40 years.
40 years he's been there, and
what's his wage?
He's on 40k a week, wasn't he?
£40,000 a week.
Which is the same as young Phil Foden at Manchester City.
Well, not for much longer.
Speaking of Manchester City, they didn't bring in too much business this summer.
I'm not going to have a word in now.
Probably not. So they brought in Nathan Ake as a backup to Emerick Laporte after his long injury last season, which arguably cost the team their ability to rival in the Premier League season. They also brought in Ferran Torres to replace Leroy Sané, who went out to Bayern Munchen for £49 million without add-ons.
What do you think of Torres?
I think he hasn't managed to hit the ground running yet.
No.
It took Sané a good half a season to be able to be at the standard that we knew he could be and the standard that Bayern had bought him for. But he just needs time to settle into the squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the same. I'm going to flip from Manchester City for one moment.
Yeah.
Rodrigo at Leeds. He was their most expensive sale.
Yeah.
And he's only scored one goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much he was.
He was
26 or
28. Yeah, I think.
And he's only scored one goal.
You know, it just takes some of those players a little bit more time to get on the ball.
Yeah.
City also managed to bring in Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, I think that's a great deal.
Great signing. Obviously, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But we knew throughout the transfer window, City were linked with Koulibaly. They were linked with Alaba from Bayern Munich, who's playing centre back at the moment for them, and they were also linked with Jules Koundé at Sevilla. All those, the prices were way too high.
You have had to part way to one, haven't you?
We have had to get rid of Nico Otamendi, the general. He's had to go. What's his name? His name's the general.
Heard that one.
And he's had to part ways, going the other way, making the deal a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Worked out around 50 million, I think, in the end, with Otamendi going the other way. but I do think that him and Laporte will shore up that defence, hopefully.
Yeah.
Obviously, the weak link at the moment is Mendy at left back. Hopefully, he gets into a run of good form.
What about Stones?
John
Because he
Stones
doesn't play much.
I feel like John Stones is the first choice replacement for Ruben Diaz if he gets injured. So I feel like the first choice centre back pairing is Emerick Laporte and Ruben Diaz, and the second choice is Nathan Ake
and John
Stones.
Because there was talks of him going on loan to Tottenham, but it never went through.
It never went through.
Yeah.
However, Tottenham managed to get Gareth Bale back.
Yes, on loan though.
On loan.
How much is his wage though? Because they're paying. Are they
A
paying
lot.
all of his wage?
I can't remember.
There is a club where they're got a player on loan, and they're having to pay all of the loan wage.
They also managed to bring in Joe Hart.
Yep.
Which almost forced Gazaniga out to Everton, which didn't happen in the end.
They've got Reguilon, or however you say the name, from
Swansea?
No, he's from Madrid.
Oh yeah, Reguilon from Madrid.
The defender. I think he'll do well.
Yeah, I think Tottenham have done good business for what they needed.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk about another London club which done fantastically during this transfer window, Chelsea.
What haven't they done?
Chelsea have gone all out. The only position I think they haven't signed anyone for is centre half. You know, they've brought in Edouard Mendy as a goalkeeper after realising that Kepa wasn't quite up to standard, and Willy Caballero, no offence to him, isn't a permanent first choice goalkeeper. Not at this level of game.
Chilwell.
They brought in Chilwell, left back from Leicester. Leicester made another massive amount on him, a bit like they did with Mahrez. It was 50 million for Ben Chilwell, which is a lot of money. They've also then brought in Ziyech.
Yeah, we've not seen him there.
We haven't seen Havertz, who hasn't really hit the ground running.
He's only scored one goal, and that was on a
Carabao Cup match.
On a very low league team.
And also Timo Werner.
I really wanted him to do well. You'll know why.
Yeah.
But it's not doing well.
I just don't think he's hit the ground running.
No.
I know we've said that a lot about a lot of players recently, but I don't think he's hit the ground running. And I think Aston Villa,
I think, even though they've only got 2 signings, they have done rather well.
I think they've shored themselves up. So far, they're not in that relegation bunch. For me, they're a bottom half of the table, table club at the moment. They've brought in Martinez from Arsenal.
I think he is a great goalkeeper, and I do feel for him that he had to leave Arsenal after how many years?
10 years.
10 years on loan every year.
And they've also brought in
Ollie Watkins,
who
hat-trick on his...
Hat-trick hero.
Yeah. Manchester United.
They haven't done anything.
They have.
We can all look on YouTube at the United Stand YouTube channel and how he feels about it. Mark Goldberg, is it?
Who?
I think his name is Mark Goldberg. He's a United fan.
No.
And they haven't done what they need to do. They brought in Cavani, who I think 5-10 years ago, great signing. He's 33 now.
33.
They brought him in on a 1-year deal with a 2-year deal with a year extension possible.
That's...
I just think it's too old.
What's the wage?
£200,000 a week.
£200,000 a week. That's quite a lot for a player of his age. But then again, his career has been...
It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You know, he's PSG's all-time top goal scorer. He's scored goals wherever he's been. He's won in France and in Italy. United really needed a centre-half to partner with Harry Maguire. And I know you don't rate Harry Maguire at the moment.
I think they should just... Which one's the centre-half they got?
Well, they've got Lindelof and they've got Bayern, and they chop and change between the two. This is the issue, they don't have that first choice centre-half, which is what City had the issue of.
Yeah, I think they should sack off Maguire, or make him the second choice,
right?
Have him on the bench all the time, or on rotation, and put Lindelof in, and then get another centre back.
I feel like Maguire is the better of the three.
Right.
Personally, I think they would need to replace someone in that position. They brought in Van der Beek.
Yeah. Pointless, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've already got a midfield that's strong enough. Van der Beek's already come out and said that he's not happy with the amount of game time he's gained. Totally understandable.
Wait, at Manchester United already?
Yep, his agent has come out and said that he didn't think that he'd be coming on as a sub. Not old, I don't think.
Right.
Quite young.
I don't know, because he came from Ajax and they had a young squad, Ajax did.
I don't think he's very old.
No.
Other than that, United haven't really done anything. It's been a bit of a quiet window for them. They were linked with Sancho heavily throughout the summer. And then next thing you know, they get Cavani with 2 hours to go with a deadline.
Yeah.
You know, Cavani hasn't played football for 7 months.
No.
They could have got Cavani 10 weeks ago when the window opened, if that's who they wanted, which makes me believe they did not want Cavani when this window opened. Okay, now time for a beer review.
Yes.
So, this week
is Green King's IPA.
IPA comes in the ale set from Bargain Booze at just under £8.50.
I think so, yeah.
For 6 beers. It's quite a dark looking IPA, quite a golden amber colour to it. Not a very strong head on it at all when you pour it out. Quite light.
Just going to say, I have no clue what I'm talking about with this bit, so I'm letting him do it. Let's drink lager.
There's not much of a flavour really, or a nose to it. It's quite bland in it, quite low in aroma. Taste wise, it is quite hoppy. There's definitely a hoppy aftertaste to it. It's easily drank. It's not. I wouldn't sit there and drink it in an evening. You would just drink it because it was cheap.
It's the only thing there.
Other than that, I don't know what much else to say about it.
It's not a very special drink, is it?
There's nothing special about it.
I'd never heard of it until it was when I saw the package.
Yeah.
The variety, so.
I'm not massively impressed with it. It's I don't know how easily you can see, but it's quite dark for a pale ale.
Yeah. There's still nothing special about the taste of it either. It's just the hoppiness and that's it.
Yeah, there's not much about it. I'm not massively impressed with it.
No.
What do you think about it, really?
It's, in some respects, it's kind of like Corona, except it's an ale.
Yeah.
And it's easy to drink, but it's just got hops in it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
What do you want to say about Corona whilst we're on the topic?
The drink, Corona.
Yes, not coronavirus.
It's one of those drinks where there's nothing else in, and you drink it. Or if you're having a really nice day outside and you've done had a busy day, and you think, let's have an ice cold Corona in the fridge put it in the fridge for 20 minutes, or freezer.
Freezer for 20 minutes.
Freezer, yeah. And then it's an easy drink to drink.
Yes.
And you have it, and then you think, I'll have another one, and you have another one, and then you think, I've had loads. You think, there's 6 bottles there, I must have had 6 pints. It's half a pint per glass.
Yeah, per bottle.
Yeah. So it's not much in a bottle for what you want.
No.
So
I agree with Corona. I think it's very much a summery drink. It's getting to the end of season for me now. I'm going to want to start moving towards the darker beers, the amber ales, then the stouts and the porters. Something with a bit of... It's got to be a bit thicker, a bit more treacly.
What am I doing?
I don't know why you signed up for this. But Corona I think it's probably one of the nicer lagers for during summer. It's up there with Stahlpramen from Prague.
I mean, you don't drink lager, do you?
No, but if I do drink a lager, I'm very picky about which one it is.
That's your speciality.
Yeah?
And that's mine.
Okay. Right, okay. But I would say that for having a barbecue during the summer,
yeah, definitely.
there's been a lot of offers on it over the lockdown period as well.
Yeah, because it's reduced.
Because no one wants to drink Corona.
No, that's simply it.
Corona comes in at 4.5%. So again, it's that mid-range drink. It's not too strong. It's not weak.
No.
It's got a bit of flavour. It's a bit flat. On the basis that it's not as poppy as...
I find it that it is quite fizzy at the start,
Yeah.
but then as soon as you open it, it's like 5 minutes and then it's gone flat.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to either drink it quickly or it's not the best at the end.
I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. I think I like Corona on the basis that it is quite flat. It's like an ale sort of taste to it because it's quite flat. There's no bubbles in this. I can spin it around the glass and there's no bubbles in it. Whereas with that, there's still a few bubbles in it.
I think that's the difference between lager and ale.
There you go. But I think that during the summer, I'd give Corona probably a 2 out of 5. And for this, I'm not very impressed.
No, and
I'm
give it
giving
a
it-
similar rating to Corona.
I'm giving it a 1.25 out of 5.
I'd give it a 1.75.
Okay. And that is Green King's IPA. Right, okay. Whilst we finish these beers off,
Very
we're
bland
gonna,
beers.
pretty bland beer, we're going to ask some questions.
I
So,
have a list of questions here that Ethan hasn't seen yet,
no,
unless he just looked there.
no, I haven't seen them. I'm a bit worried about them. So these questions are for Kieran's just going to ask me,
Yeah.
and he's going to prove how well I know him.
We've lived together for 3 years, so we should know each other rather well.
Rather well. I don't know how well we'll know each other when it comes to this.
We've got 3 attempts, and if we don't get it right after those 3 attempts, then the other person will just reveal the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This is an easy one. What is my birthday? Or when is it?
It's 7th of May,
Yeah.
2000.
What is my zodiac sign? It says astrological
Oh,
sign.
when's my birthday?
Oh, I know it's March.
Yeah.
No, because I know someone else that it's March. It's not the 23rd.
No.
It's the 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's my zodiac sign?
Oh, I don't know zodiac signs. Capricorn?
No.
Sagittarius?
No.
I don't know zodiac
One
sign.
more?
Aquarius?
No, it's Taurus.
Taurus. What's mine?
Is it Capricorn?
No.
Sagittarius?
No.
That's September.
My birthday in
Cancer.
September. No,
Cancer.
Pisces.
Pisces. I don't know mine. To
No,
be honest.
no.
I'm just shooting out of a barrel though. What is the one food that I couldn't live without?
You? Can I say Pepsi?
No.
No.
Not gonna lie, I don't even know myself.
I
I'm
don't
thinking
think,
about it now.
I don't think you could survive without
Oh no, wait now.
stir fry. No.
I think I made it once during the time I've lived with you. I think.
Lasagna.
No. I don't think you'll get it. Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
It's Mexican, in a way.
Fajitas.
Ooh, so close.
Enchiladas.
Yes.
Right, there you go.
But you don't get that point because that was the fourth attempt. Yours is haggis.
No, I could live without haggis.
I don't know. Give me a hint.
It's a meat.
Beef.
No.
Pork.
No. That's it, you've run out.
What is it?
Chicken. Chicken goes in everything.
It does.
So I couldn't live without chicken. Or pasta.
What are my parents' names? You'll know my dad's.
Martin.
Yeah.
What's your mum's name? Can I have a hint? What's it begin with?
L.
Louise.
Yes. Yours is Ed. And
Only because I told you
Cara.
that today. Next.
Shall I do that?
What does it say?
I'm going on my glass. Shall I do that one or not?
No.
No? Okay. What is my... This is the one that's on every single one.
Right, go
What
on.
is my favourite colour?
Ooh. Your favourite colour?
Yeah, I can have 2. But if you get one of them, I'll...
Red?
No.
I was going to say that for Coralics. Green.
Yeah. It's either green or blue.
Yeah. What's mine?
Blue.
It's a bit obvious with the lighting, isn't it?
What are these questions? Did I ever have chicken pox? It's like saying, were you ever
I
a
think
child?
we did have chicken pox.
Were you ever a child? Is that question?
No. I was born 47.
What was one of my most embarrassing moments?
Your most embarrassing moments?
Yeah.
What, since I met you? I think we should do most embarrassing
Yeah.
moments since we met each other. For you,
I won't know this, so you should have to pick up something now.
well, it's either, I wouldn't say Garnier,
No.
inside joke is embarrassing. I think we came back from a night out in Manchester with
Steve.
Steve,
I
and
was on the escalator.
yeah, and you sat down on the escalator because you were that drunk. The travelators, it was going along with your back to it. And
You just saw a little head pop up and go.
You almost got the back of your coat stuck in the cut off.
You don't really have one.
No.
Because you're really sensible.
Thanks.
Or you just don't do anything interesting.
Yeah, it's probably the second one.
What is the name of my childhood pet? So I've had it quite a lot. Or do you want me to leave this one?
Oh. You told me the name of the cat like the other day and I've forgotten it.
I've had about 3 cats.
You told me the name of one of the cats.
If you get one of them, then I'll be happy.
What, the current cat?
If you want.
Holly.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
That's too obvious. Another one.
I can't remember the name of the other one. I'm going to say Goldie. You had a goldfish called Goldie?
No, I'll give you a hint. They're all cats.
Okay,
I'll give you a hint. It's a tea.
Tilly.
No, it's a kind of tea.
Oh, Earl Grey.
Who calls a cat Earl? No.
Yorkshire.
Tetley.
Tetley?
Mm.
What about me? Can you name any of my childhood pets? So I had 2 rabbits, 4
Your
guinea pigs.
dog?
And you can use my dog if you want.
I can't remember the name. The one that you actually have in your house.
Yeah.
You said it before.
Yeah.
Is it Patch?
No.
No. It's
It's a type
guinea
of
pig
rock.
name. Limestone.
No, you got one more guess.
Ah.
It's a type of mineral stroke rock. It's also a town in Wales.
Right, I don't do this stuff.
Go on, one more.
Granite.
No, it's flint.
Flint, that's it.
Yeah.
What is... I'm trying to... What was my first job?
Your first job, paper round.
Correct.
Boom. My first job?
Pot washing.
No.
Paper round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's first job was a paper round.
Yeah, but you do it on the bike though, so I don't really class that as a paper round.
No, I still had to walk around 500 houses, dropping it through the...
500 though?
Yeah, it was.
Right, okay.
It was a bit mad.
What is my favourite soda? You can tell this is an American.
Pepsi Max.
No, Coke.
Coke.
Pepsi. It's the same thing.
Pepsi's nicer than Coke.
What is the one TV show that I binge watch?
At the moment?
What is the most binge watched TV show that I've watched?
The Office.
Correct.
Currently,
It's The Boys.
it's The Boys.
Because Friday. Yours, Afterlife.
Well, recently I binge watched the whole of Doctor Who because I'm quite sad.
Yeah, you are. What is my greatest fear?
Your greatest fear?
Yeah. I've got one, but it's quite sad.
Being alone.
Yes.
So, what's mine?
Same.
Yeah.
I also have the fear of falling, like from a tower, like from a tower block.
Yeah.
What is my nationality? These questions are like...
Irish?
No, Nigerian. What is my favourite sport?
Football.
Yes.
What about me?
Golf.
Drink.
Do you like ketchup, mustard or both?
Do you
Yeah.
like ketchup, mustard or both? I've never seen you have mustard, so I'm going to say just ketchup.
Yeah.
Me?
You like both?
No.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
What about mayonnaise?
Oh, I love mayonnaise.
Do you have it with... He has it. He's got the bottle for
Saucy
ketchup
sauce.
and mayonnaise.
Yeah, the saucy sauce from Heinz.
Why? Why is that a thing?
Mayonnaise mixed with...
The only way I have mayonnaise is in when I'm mixing tuna to make a tuna butty.
No, it's so nice. With chips, boom.
No.
Potato wedges.
One more?
One more.
You look this time and ask. Because I don't know.
Here's one because we've never been. So you got to guess.
Oh, okay.
What kind of sub do I order when I go to Subway? What kind of bread?
Hearty Italian.
No.
Italian.
No.
I can't think of any other one.
It's the one with cheese on it.
Cheesy bread.
It's like the herb and cheese.
Yeah,
or something.
that one.
And then what do I have as my filling?
Do you want to pick the ones off the board? Or
Yeah, it's off the board.
Italian BLT.
No.
Meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have it with cheese?
Yeah.
Do I have it toasted?
Yeah.
What sauce do I have in it?
No sauce. Mustard.
No.
Mayonnaise.
No. The first one was almost right.
What, mustard?
Mm.
Don't know.
I have honey mustard and barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Very nice. With you, I'm going to say a hearty Italian.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go for BLT.
Yeah.
With cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toasted.
Yeah.
Sauce wise, no sauce. I smashed it.
Yeah.
Boom.
You only know that because I was there like, oh, I don't know what he does, so I just said everything I have.
Right, there we
to
go.
make sure.
And now time for the second beer review. Okay, now time for our second beer of the episode. This is
The Old Speckled Hen.
the Old Speckled Hen.
Yeah.
It is a 5%
5%.
English Pale Ale. So we say English Pale Ale again, similar to the Green King IPA. It's not pale,
No,
so
it's
pale as you
much
thought. It's a much more of an
darker.
amber looking ale.
Yeah.
Aroma wise, it's a lot more to it. You can tell that it's
there's-
stronger instantly.
There is much more to it than that other one.
Do you want to go taste first? In crew.
We drink glasses.
What do you think?
It's definitely got hops in it.
Well, yeah.
It's really hoppy. But
I believe that one's more hoppy.
yeah, but I don't think there's still much taste to it.
Again, yeah.
It's really similar to the Green King IPA.
Yeah. I just feel like today we've gone out, we've bought this 6-box.
I reckon the place we bought it from have opened the box, opened the bottles and just
poured rubbish in them.
yeah.
I do feel as though all of those in that 6 great British beers, I feel like they're all a bit vanilla. They're all a bit the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'd love it if they were vanilla. If they actually tasted like vanilla, that'd be brilliant.
Just drink it on day and end.
But obviously it's got a lot more flavour. I don't know if it's got more flavour or whether the fact that it actually just tastes stronger. You can actively taste more alcohol, especially the bigger the
I
mouthful
think
you
it's
have.
a bit of both.
Yeah. Flavour wise, you want to talk about it for a bit whilst I find the flavours?
I don't really know what to say, to be honest. It's really similar. It's almost in a mirror with the Green King IPA, and I would compare it to something like the Corona as well, but it's the same as when I compared the Green King IPA to the Corona. It's a lot darker in my opinion than the Green King IPA, because that was like a lighter amber colour, and it's obviously stronger and you can definitely taste it.
So it says it's got a toffee flavour.
Does it?
So have another taste of it now that I've told you that, and then breathe out through your nose afterwards. See if we can find it. There is a toffee aroma in it. Very, very slight.
Yeah. Small hint.
And the reason why it is called Old Speckled Hen Distinctive is because it does have quite a distinctive taste.
Yeah.
I don't think I can think of another beer which has such a similar taste to Old Speckled Hen. Again, would I buy it if I was out and about?
Yeah, if you were in a pub, would you buy it?
No. if I had that on,
I'd
and
choose
I had,
something else.
you know, Longdale Lights from Howard Town, which I'm hoping that we can try and get in. So I've got so many breweries and so many beers on my mental list that I wanted to get in. I wanted to get in some craft ales, I wanted to get some fruity ones,
What am I doing?
some Christmassy ones. You know, we're gonna hopefully, I'm hoping at the end of the month, I'm hoping we get some pumpkin ones in. Really would like to try a pumpkin ale.
Like pumpkin spiced or like?
Yeah, pumpkin aroma to it.
Right.
Spooky sort of ales. I'm 90% sure they'll have some.
Don't say spooky ever again.
And then hopefully around Christmas time, you know, we'll get the more of the mulled sort of spice.
Yeah.
Flavours to it. But yeah, I think with these two ales, they're a bit dull.
What would you rather have, the Green King IPA or the Old Speckled Hen?
Am I in the pub for 1 pint
Speckled
or
Hen.
2 pints, or am I in there for 4 hours?
Just in general, like if you were to go for one or two.
Right, 1 or 2. I'm going for the Old Speckled Hen.
Okay.
It's got more flavour. It's a little bit stronger. It's quite a bit. It's a 1.1% stronger.
Yeah.
Than the Green King IPA. That's the only reason I drink it.
I wouldn't know because they taste really similar and they look identical except just a shade darker.
Yeah.
And it's just, as you said, 1.1% stronger, which then, in my opinion, has infused and increased the taste.
Yeah. So I feel like this has a bit more flavour than this does. I think the IPA, if I'm sat there for 4 or 5 hours,
you can have it,
and there's only one ale on or that, then I'm going to be going on the IPA purely because I can have more of it. With the Old Speckled Hen, I reckon, you know, that being pulled through a cask pump, I reckon you'd get more of the toffee aroma.
I could drink it on an occasion.
Yeah.
If I was to go for one. But then I wouldn't drink it. If I could have like for 1 or 2, but okay, 3, but then 4's.
You're getting a bit bored of it, and you're just pushing it. It's getting strong. Then you know you've had 4 or 5%. You especially you're starting to worry.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. But yeah, rating wise, what are you giving it? These will all be on our Untapped account.
Yeah. Which
will be in the link in the description.
Yep.
Along with any other social medias that we decide to set up between now and then. What you giving? So you gave the IPA. You gave that 1.75.
Yeah.
What are you giving this?
A 2.
A 2. I give this 2.25.
Right.
But you give it a 2, and I think 2 is probably a fair judgment.
Yeah.
I'm only giving it a 2.25 purely for the fact that it has that. To be fair, actually, you know, I give this a 1.75 because I gave this a 1.25.
Right.
And I wouldn't say that there is a whole points difference between this and this.
I think there is. They're really similar. And the only reason why I've bumped it up 1 grade is, well, 1 bit of a grade.
Yeah.
Is because of it's slightly more flavourly.
Yeah.
And just nicer.
Yeah.
Not nicer. Well, yeah.
Nicer.
Yeah, it's just that one thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we're hopefully going to get a good few different types of beers in. Yeah. I'm hoping to get some links with a friend down at a pub, see if he can drop off some takeouts.
What's on the next episode for drinks wise?
Drinks wise, we might be going for these again, or we might mix it up and use some of the crafts that we've got downstairs as well.
Yeah.
We also have a couple of Hawk's Head that we can try. At some point we have said that we'll do a wine. We've got a nice bottle of wine to try downstairs, which will change it up completely. And then we've got probably won't go for rum for your sake.
I'm fine, we can go for rum.
We'll go for rum maybe at some point. An amaretto.
Won't have loads of it.
Other than that, yeah. I
do think the only one drink we won't do is vodka.
And probably tequila and things like that. We'll probably stick with it.
You know me, I can do a shot.
Yeah.
But I can't do like vodka shots.
Yeah. I mean, if people want to send in drinks, can do. But we won't be going out and buying a bottle of Jaeger to do Jaeger bombs. we'll be going out, and if we buy anything, we'll be buying beer.
What you can do is put in the comments drinks that we may or may not have had before as a suggestion for what we can try out, and we'll reply to you letting you know if we have tried it before, and if we think that's a good suggestion, then we may try it. I think we will.
Yeah.
I would. I'm happy doing that.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to see us react to a drink that you suggested.
Yeah, we've got to try drinks which aren't. We don't want to be trying vodka because vodka is vodka.
That's something that you have in a club or whatever.
You know,
We're essentially the name of the title kind of rings it out.
Yeah.
Staying in for a pint. That's either staying in the home, which we have to admit,
yeah,
or we're imagining ourselves in a pub.
we're staying in the pub.
We're in
one
the pub.
pint. But yeah, that's the end of the second beer review. Let's get back into some more questions. Right, and welcome back to the final section as we finish our pints. We've got some more questions.
I've got a different list, so it's a better list. They won't ask you what's your favourite colour.
Right, go for it.
What is your best friend's greatest achievement?
As in your greatest achievement?
Yeah, do mine first.
For me, I'd say your greatest achievement is getting into university. That sounds really horrible.
It isn't. I don't feel like it is.
Your greatest achievement. I don't know. I can't.
I mean, my dad will say getting into university,
Yeah.
but
What do you
I
think?
feel like my best one is going to Nepal.
Oh,
Raising
yeah.
all that money and going
Yeah,
to Nepal.
yeah. What do you think mine is?
Getting into uni. No?
No.
Peru?
No.
America?
No.
Don't know them.
My greatest achievement is. Oh, mine's cringy, man. Mine is like how persistent I am with something. So my greatest achievement is with scouting, and the fact that no matter what people have said, I haven't like backed out of it. So my greatest achievement, in my opinion, is the fact that I've been there since the age of 4 to right now. That's my greatest achievement.
I've just thought of another one, but it's too late now, so I'm not
It's
going to
too late,
mention
we're
it.
going to move on.
You won't know my life. What would your best friend do if they won the lottery?
What would you do if you won the lottery?
Yeah.
You'd buy a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you buy a house?
Where?
Yeah. I reckon if you won the lottery, you'd buy a house somewhere nice in Cheshire. And then you'd get a car. Now, what car would you get?
I don't think I would get a car.
You wouldn't get a car?
No. I'd like to get a car with money that I've earned.
Okay. So you're
I'd
going to
spend the money on the insurance, to be honest.
Right, there we go, we've spent all the money.
No, I would give a considerable amount of it to charity.
And to your parents?
No.
No?
Yeah.
What do you think I'd do?
Charity.
House.
You give a lot. You give like you fraction off evenly. You can give it to your family.
No, what I'd do, this is honestly what I'd do, I'd buy a house in either Lake District or Snowdonia.
Right.
It depends, how much have I won?
$1 million.
Only $1 million? That's a small lottery win, that.
Okay, then what was the latest one? It was like
112 mil.
112 mil then?
Right, so I bought a farmhouse in either Snowdonia or the Lake District, because they're like 2 mil.
Okay.
And then I've got all the land around it, which I've turned into an outdoor centre. So I run an outdoor centre from there, so I'd stock that up. I'd then pay off my student debt, pay off my sister and brother's student debt for when they get into it. So I'd put the money aside for them to pay it off. And then I would buy my mum and dad an extension that they want in the house. My dad has always wanted a chalet in the Alps, so I'd buy him that. It's a lot of money, 112 mil. I don't think you realise how much that is. And then
believe it that.
now one other thing I always said that I'd do I'd commission a scout hut to be made in my hometown because they still don't have one and they've always wanted one. There you go.
Talking about money, is your best friend a spendthrift? Do you spend a lot of money all at once, or do they like to save their money?
You're a bit both. So you work hard, so you save a lot of money.
When I was younger, you know, like the 2p machines.
Yeah.
I'd be given like £1 and £2 coins.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't like
spend it.
I would spend it. Like I'd only do about 5 times, and that's it. And I just sat there with like £1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then my sister's there like, "Where's all the money gone?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Just don't do it."
I reckon that you like to save money when you work hard.
Yeah.
But then you're not upset when you have to spend it, unless it's ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that I will spend money, but like, if it's like one item of clothing that's over £50, then I won't do it.
Yeah. Like for example, buying a meal deal. Like you don't second think buying a meal deal, whereas I will rather go out and buy a loaf.
I mean,
butter,
I do
cheese.
I do have a second thought about it, but if I'm starving and I have nothing in, then I'll buy myself a meal deal.
Right. Next question.
No, I'm not doing that one. What was your best friend really bad at?
What are you really bad at? Getting up.
It was the one time we didn't get up until 1.
No, you said to me
actually,
yesterday you were getting up at 8, and then it was
I have
still
Alexa as an alarm, I have my phone as an alarm, I have my actual alarm as an alarm.
And then you have me.
And I don't ignore all of them.
What do you think I'm bad at?
Talking to girls.
Yeah, probably true. Fair play.
That's why no one's watching. Nobody else anyway.
Fair play.
What is the one thing your best friend would want for their birthday? Or shall we leave that one, because that's our 21st?
You want a phone case. Then you can use your phone on
Shut
the back. No, I'd say more records that you want for your birthday.
Things I don't know what record I'd want.
No, exactly, I'd have to pick one for you.
No, I'd have to go to like a record store and flick through, because the bands that I'm listening to at the minute, I don't know if they have records or not.
Yeah, what do you think I want for my birthday? I've told you this.
Is it boots? Walking boots?
No, I've got them.
Oh, you said the other day.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. You have to tell me. Beer.
Oh, it's a beer, but I want a Stein, don't I?
Stein.
A Stein which says Ethan's pint, which is actually 2 pints big.
Does your best friend have any strange phobias?
No, I think you're only scared of being alone and then falling from heights.
Is it?
So I don't think you have any phobias.
I feel like I do have a phobia, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't think it's phobia then. So I think I'm right again.
I do have another thing that isn't being alone, but I can't remember what it was. And then like, it's one of those things where, this is going to be a ginger moment, it's much worse than a blonde moment now.
Yeah.
I have one of those things where it's I feel like it is a phobia, but until it happens again, I won't remember what it is. And you don't either.
No, I don't have any phobias, I don't think.
If your best friend could meet anyone at that time, who would it be?
At any time?
In the world.
Like alive or dead?
You alive or you dead, or them alive and they're dead? Is that what were you asking?
No, as in are they alive now? If they're alive right now,
yeah.
I'd like to meet Vincent Kompany.
Okay.
You know?
Football player.
Yeah, legend. Dead. Winston Churchill.
Fair enough.
I think that'd be an interesting tea party to have. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I almost meant to guess it.
Oh yeah.
Shall I? You gonna guess my one, or am I gonna just say?
Guess yours.
Yeah.
Alive.
You won't get it who's alive, because I don't think you know who it is.
No, Chris Hemsworth.
No, it's nothing to do with films. It's to do with music. It's a drummer. Dave Grohl. You know the band, what's it called?
It's a silly question to ask me, really.
It is. Dead. Why am I thinking? You're the one who's meant to guess it.
Because you don't know the answer.
I do now. Because I've thought about it.
Dead. Is it another drummer?
No.
Is it a musician?
Oh, actually. It is a musician, yeah.
John Lennon?
No.
That'd be interesting.
It would be, yeah.
Freddie Mercury?
Yeah. What was your favourite inside joke?
Our favourite inside joke?
Yeah.
So what's my favourite? What's
my one, and then I'll ask what's your one. I'll guess it.
your favourite inside joke that we have? I would say is.
Another one that we have, like, if there is any inside joke. Oh, actually, yeah. Never mind.
Your favourite inside joke that we have?
Yeah.
Garnier.
We haven't said that in a while, though.
No, no.
We don't really have any.
Well, what do you think my favourite inside joke is that we have?
Something about, I don't know, Eve. I don't know.
I've got one from recently.
What?
Hot dogs. Leave it there. Next one.
Between the two of you, who takes longer to get ready?
Me.
Yeah, you do.
Me. Because I have a shower. Oh, before we go out.
I have a shower. I
Before
always have showers.
Before we go out, is that what it is?
It just says between the two of you, who takes longer to get ready. You
Well,
you gel your hair and everything. I don't.
Yeah, I get up and have a shower every morning.
I have one like in the evening now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we have finished our pints.
Yes.
And therefore, it's time to go. Thanks for staying in for a pint, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.